What's up, guys? This is Shamika coming to you again from ButtaBabee.com. Today I wanted to discuss how you go from transitioning from relaxed to natural. With so many of us, and when I say us, I mean black women, with so many of us going natural nowadays, some of us may not know exactly how to go about starting the process. So I wanted to give you the top seven things you should do when going natural. So the first one is to prepare yourself mentally. And you have to prepare yourself mentally because it's a self-confidence thing now that we're talking about. This is especially true if you've never been natural before in your life, or you were natural as a young child and you just don't remember what it's like to have to wear your natural hair. So it's kind of like you starting over. It's like a baby. You have to nurture it, you have to get used to it. So that's why you just have to prepare yourself mentally. It is nothing like being relaxed at all. Okay, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of self-confidence, and you just have to build on that. So that's the first thing that you need to do before you go natural. The second thing that you need to do when transitioning from relaxed to natural is to stop relaxing your hair. That's the obvious thing, right? We have to stop relaxing the hair. That is the only way to start the process. There is no chemical that we know of today. No one has invented it as of yet. And there is no chemical that will allow you to revert back to your natural hair without actually growing the perm out. So that takes some time as well. So that's something else that you have to keep in mind before you decide that you want to transition to natural. The third thing that you want to do is to start off by getting products that are going to be very moisturizing for your hair and have lots of slip. Like I mentioned before, being natural is nothing like being relaxed. The hair is a lot more coarse. It's a bit more dry. So you have to make sure that the products that you are using are going to be compatible with your new hair texture. You are going to need products that are gonna allow you to comb through your hair nice and gently without causing breakage. And moisturizing products will help you do that. That includes moisturizing shampoos, moisturizing conditioners, as well as deep conditioners. Deep conditioners are probably going to be the most important when it comes to this particular step, because the more you deep condition and you train your hair to take in the deep conditioners, it will become softer and more manageable over time. And it will allow you to become more acquainted with your hair as you start to do it more and more. So though that is number 3. Number 4 is you have to make sure that you start using tools that will help you manage the 2 textures that you are now going to have. And this applies if you are not going to be cutting off your relaxed hair. So when you transition, it just means that you are just going to allow the relaxed hair to grow out naturally without you doing any cutting. So if you're going to be doing that, if you're going to be doing that, then you need to make sure that you are using the correct combs, the correct brushes. No more rat tail combs. You cannot use rat tail combs. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I'm sure you are. The little small combs that have that long, thin ending that are very fine tooth. That have very fine tooth. So you don't want to use those combs, because those combs are not going to allow you to comb through your natural hair without causing any breakage. So I know we've been used to using those combs and we've gotten used to it over time, but those combs are not really going to work for our hair. It's just way too thick, and we're just pretty much going to be causing excessive amounts of breakage, and you're probably going to break the comb as well, honestly speaking. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Wide tooth combs are going to be your friend. Some type of shower comb will work for you, but anything other than a fine tooth comb will work. And you just have to also keep in mind that you are combing your hair gently when you're using these tools, okay? Natural hair breaks a little bit easier than relaxed hair that does, because you have to actually get through the kinks in the coil. So that's something that you also have to keep in mind. So that is step number 4. Step number 5, you need to do transition friendly styles. And these styles are gonna be twist outs, braid outs, buns, bantu knots, and extensions, such as box braids, cornrows, whatever it is that you wanna do. These styles are gonna be transition friendly, and they're gonna help you out a lot while you are transitioning. Allows you to give your hair a break, and you don't have to keep combing through it every day as you're transitioning. And you can also get a feel of what your natural hair will be like and the type of styles that will look good on you as you transition. So as you're transitioning and you're doing your twist outs and your braid outs, you can get an idea of what you're going to look like and how well you can do those styles. You can just practice over time and you'll get better. So transition friendly styles are also your best friend, and that's something that you should keep in mind when you are transitioning. Step number 6, you need to cut off your relaxed ends little by little. You don't have to do it little by little, but again, if you are transitioning and you want to do a slow transition, you can cut off little by little. You can do maybe a little every month, a little every 2 or 3 months. It just depends on what you want to do and how you want to go on with the process. Sorry, we have some sirens going on here. I hope everything is okay. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're trimming your ends little by little. And the reason is because as you transition, your ends are going to start to look very raggedy, very thin looking and unhealthy. It's just not going to be attractive. So you want to start trimming those ends off as you go, because it is also going to make combing your hair much easier. When you have those raggedy thin ends, it's going to cause a lot of tangles, and tangles lead to breakage. So you have to be very, very careful with that. Make sure that you are trimming those ends so that you don't cause even more damage as you're transitioning, because at the end of your transition, you want to make sure that your hair is healthy and that you're confident you can wear your natural hair. All right, you don't want to go through all of that and then at the end your hair is damaged and then you have to start the process all over again. Okay, and the last thing, number 7, make sure you are patient. Be patient throughout the process. And I'm only saying that because I can speak from my personal experience. When I was, my hair is sticking up. When I was going through the process of transitioning, sorry, I can't speak. When I was going through that process, it was very difficult for me because I came from having relaxed hair. I was relaxed my entire life. I think my mother put in my first perm when I was about 10, and I just went natural only a couple years ago. So that was pretty much my entire life. I was used to having relaxed hair. So my hair was a pretty decent length. And at some point I'll try to find some pictures for you guys to see. My hair was down here right before I decided to transition. So it's something that you have to really get used to. You have to remember that natural hair comes with crazy shrinkage. You have to remember that. So even now, my hair looks like it stops here, but when I pull my hair, you see that it's down here at this point. So you have to remember that it's just gonna take time for you to start seeing length and growth and things like that. But just remember, as long as you are doing what you are supposed to do for your hair and following the steps that you need to follow in order to see growth, your hair is gonna grow. It's not gonna grow overnight, but it will grow. So you just have to make sure that you stay consistent and you'll see some amazing growth. If you're in the mirror every other day and you're looking and you're like, oh my gosh, where's my hair this week? How long did my hair grow this week? It's gonna feel like it is taking a lifetime for your hair to grow. So just make sure that you are patient and you'll see the results. All right, so that's all I wanted to bring to you guys today. Let me know in the comments what your transition was like and why you decided to transition. Me personally, before I sign off, I just wanted to let you guys know that I decided to transition because I got braids, and then when I took the braids out, my edges were really thin. So I said, okay, no more perming. I'm gonna go ahead and go natural, and it worked out in my favor. And I think it may have worked out that way because I don't know if I would have actually transitioned to natural if that situation never happened. So just remember that things happen for a reason, and when you're ready to transition, just do it when the time is right for you. Don't do it because everyone else is doing it. Do it because it's something that you really want to do, because it's going to take a lot of time and effort. All right. So again, this is Shamika coming to you from ButtaBabee.com. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll love to have you here. And until next time, I'll be signing off. Peace.